thinking about this, there are people, you often see articles in various papers about how concerned we ought to be about electric cycles, the potential danger they might pose to pedestrians. Would you put that in the same category and say, again, keep it in perspective, they're not too bad?
Well, an electric bicycle, it's an inert object. It's what you actually do with it. It's how people actually behave. And people who ride bicycles or walk or drive a car, they all behave badly. It's just some can do an awful lot more harm than others. The problem with electric bikes is when they're actually modified to go above a 15.5 mile an hour speed limit. So the problem is not the bicycle, it's the person. It's always the person. And those statistics I've just mentioned, they actually include electric bicycles. So it would seem that the evidence says very, very clearly this is actually part of your solution, not part of the problem.
Can I ask you also, Chris, about one of your roles for Sport England? We were hearing in the news this morning, Dan Rowan, our sports editor, was reporting this big initiative to stop, and big funding push actually, to stop extreme weather preventing people from taking part in sport. And I know this is something you're very closely involved in. Is there actually evidence, in your view, in Sport England's view, in the UK now, that changes in the weather brought about by climate change are stopping people playing sport on a significant scale?
Well, the answer is yes. I mean, the FA did a study last year that shows there's 120,000 games a year being lost to flooding. And that's your Sunday footy when you go with the kids, excuse me, on a Saturday. And if you turn up and it's cancelled and then the next week it's cancelled, then you stop doing it. And the competition for that family time is not necessarily different kinds of exercise and activity. And we can see that reflected in the population's health. We're seeing more obesity, we're seeing more inactivity-related illness. So it's a massive problem. But the beauty of the sport and the why we're making the biggest investment that's ever been made in sustainability is that we're uniquely placed to lead here. We're embedded in communities. We're emotionally connected. Look what Marcus Rashford did when he's put a spotlight on something and he got society to change. So we can do that, and that's what we're investing in. And it's pretty exciting, but it's not going to be easy. Climate change doesn't care, though, and we want to get on with that work. We really just got to move from informing and inspiring to enabling and requiring, and that's where we're at now.
Chris Boardman, thank you for joining us.